Shortstop, number 12, Vic Brewington. Cleanup hitter and designated player is number 17, Audra Butler. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 32, Desiree Baines. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 92, Madison Chappelle. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 15, Madison Vinicombe. Batting eighth and playing in right field, number 1, Aaron Butler. And batting ninth and playing in center field, number 2, Carly Womack. The starting pitcher for the Saints is number 21, Haley White. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineup for your Carson-Newman Eagles. In left field from Cross Plain, Tennessee, a 5'6" senior, number 88, Val C. In center field from Friendsville, Tennessee, a 5'6" freshman, number 18, Sienna Cameron. In right field from Coreyton, Tennessee, a 5'4" freshman, number 12, Macy Hughes. At third base from Shanahan, Illinois, a 5'10" sophomore, number 19, Shannon Smith. At shortstop from Knoxville, Tennessee, 5'3" senior, number 3, Leah Solms. At second base from Canova, West Virginia, a 5'6" senior, number 14, Haley Caldwell. At first base from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, a 5'6" senior, number 26, Katie East. The catcher from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 5'5" senior, number 9, Carolyn Levi. And the starting pitcher from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, a 5'5" senior, number 1, Lacey Brinus. Carson-Newman is coached by Michael Graves, the Eagles assisted by Kristen Toppel. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the Vicky Kazee Hallfield Softball Complex, where Carson-Newman and Limestone are set to square off in a South Atlantic Conference doubleheader. Eagles check in at 10-2, 5-1 in the league, while the Saints are off to a 9-9 start. Limestone is 1-3 in South Atlantic Conference play. Carson-Newman, winners of 5 consecutive after losing the SAC opener 6-5 to Mars Hill, and they have been on an offensive tear. More than 14 runs in 3 of the last 5. The 2 that they didn't, they scored 9 in the doubleheader sweep in both games against the Coker Cobras. Carson-Newman turns to Lacey Rhinus in the circle, the usual Game 1 starter for the Eagles, as a 2.60 ERA and a 4-2 record. Her 9th appearance and her 7th start, 40 1/3 innings pitched for Rhinus, the 2-time All-American, has 43 strikeouts this season against 13 walks, and opponents batting just .229 off of her. Meanwhile, Limestone. Saints have been on a nice little tear. Winners of 4 straight and 5 of their last 6, and that includes a win over a nationally ranked Lenore-Rhine club, 7-6. So the Saints under Amy Yates
Now batting, number 6, Ashley Parnell.
have something brewing, including the reigning South Atlantic Conference Player of the Week, Vic Brewington. It'll be Ashley Parnell who will start things off for the Saints as we're underway at 12:58 p.m. She swings and bounces one to short. Solm stoots to field and throws over to Eakes at first to quickly retire Parnell.
Number 10,
6-3. So 1 up, 1 down for Carson-Newman. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Lacey Reines. First pitch to Wilbur is in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. The pitch. It's on the outside edge. And that is strike 2. Lacey Reines trying to become the 4th pitcher in Carson-Newman softball history with 600 Ks. The 0-2 drops low, 1-2 to Katie Wilbur. Reines, the lefty, winds and delivers. Check swing and a pitch knocked foul up the first baseline. 1-2. Reines deals high for ball 2. Reines set for the 2-2, and she unfurls it. Swinging a bouncer to the left side of the circle. Some fields it at short. Throw to first is in plenty of time to put away Wilbur, and it's back-to-back 6-3 putouts. 2 away with nobody on in the top of the first and no score. And the reigning South Atlantic Conference Player of the Week, Vic Brewington, to the plate for the Saints. First pitch to the lefty. She tried to check her swing, didn't come around, and really looked like Brewington's bat broke that line. 1-0. Brewington playing well. .431 average for the season. Reines deals. Line outside for a ball. 2-0. Carson-Newman defensively got Reines in the circle. Carolyn Levi behind the plate. Third to first, the Eagles go Shannon Smith, Leah Sohm, Haley Caldwell, and Katie Eakes. Left to right across the outfield, Val C., Sienna Cameron, Macy Hughes. Pitches in the dirt to Brewington, 3-0. And you can't really fault Carson-Newman for not giving Vic Brewington anything special to hit. Hit 600 last week. En route to earning South Atlantic Conference Player of the Week honors. Lefty on lefty matchup. Here's the 3-0. Outside, and Reines issues the free pass to the reigning South Atlantic Conference Player of the Week.
Now batting, number 17.
Although the danger has not subsided. Brewington hasn't been caught stealing yet in 6 attempts as Audra Butler comes up. First pitch from Reines on the way. And on the outside edge for a strike. Back to attacking the Limestone batters. Reines. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a chipper foul up the third base side. Butler falls into 0-2 hole. Designated player. Hitting .321 for the Saints this year. No score, top of the first, 2 out and 1 on. Reines, the 0-2. Taken low and away for a ball. 1-2. Back-to-back 6-3 groundouts. Started the inning for the Saints. For the 4-pitch walk to the sack player of the week, Vic Brewington. The 1-2. Taken outside. Brewington on the move. Throw to Sohm. Gets into center field. Sohm and Brewington collide at the bag. And Sohm laying face first on the ground. She is shaken up. So a hard collision. Pitch was low for a ball. Brewington swipes her 7th bag successfully. And Michael Graves is out of the dugout to have a look at Leah Sohm, who is having a high-caliber season for Carson-Newman. Hitting north of 500, perfect on the base paths with 9 steals and 9 attempts. And she's played error-free at short, which is a lot easier said than done. Sohm will dust herself off, and she appears no worse for wear. Nice round of applause for Sohm, who shakes herself off and will head to the hole at short. Butler still alive at the dish, facing a 2-2 count. Rhinus continuing with the runner in scoring position, brings the 2-2 to the plate. Number foul, third base side. And do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. After Butler, you get Bain, Chappelle, and Vinicombe. Then Butler and Womack down through the lower portion of the order. Rhinus sights the sign. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs, Butler started to swing, but kept it back. Keeps the bat on her shoulder, and it's 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rhinus brings the payoff pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Career punch-out number 598 for Lacey Rhinus. Leaves a runner stranded in scoring position. No score after a half inning of action at the Vic. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At the Kate Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Kate Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Kate Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Kate Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today or visit kateinsuranceagency.com.
No score after a half inning of play here at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex. A 2-out walk for Vic Brewington. But then the Saints leave her stranded on second base after a steal. And Carson-Newman and its high-powered offense will get a chance to do some work. Carson-Newman will have to contend against Haley White in the circle. Sophomores 5-3 on the year with a 2.69 ERA, and opponents hitting just .238 off of her. White, 56 strikeouts against 18 walks. She has been a powerful force in the circle for the Limestone Saints. She'll start to work against Leah Sohm, who saw a 6-game hitting streak come to an end in Game 2 against Queens on Saturday. First pitch to Sohm. Bunt shown. Doesn't matter as Sohm pulls it back. It's in for a strike, 0-1. 1-0 to Sohm. 0-1 to Sohm. White pitches. Sohm squares to bump, pulls it back. It's 1-1. Corners charging down the lines for the Saints. Guarding against the lefty slapper, Leah Sohm. White rocks and fires the 1-1. And Sohm ducks out of the way of the pitch up and in, 2-1. Limestone with Haley White in the circle. Madison Vinicombe is her battery mate behind the plate, the 2-1. Sohm offers with a bunt attempt, but can't connect, and it's 2-2. Left to right around the infield, the Saints go Chappelle, Brewington, Wilbur, and Bain. Outfield, Parnell in left. Here's the 2-2. Sohm flips it foul onto Davis Street and toward the nursing building. Count holds it 2-2 strikes. Carly Womack is in center field for the Saints, and then Aaron Butler's in right. White unfurls the break-even pitch. Sohm swings, line drive in and out of the glove of the leaning third baseman Chappelle. Bounces in the dirt, and Sohm races over to first with a leadoff single.
Number 9, Carolyn.
That was an absolute
Levi.
rocket. Smoked to third for Leah Sohm, and it sends Carolyn Levi to the plate. Levi stands in. White pitches. Levi squares to bunt as Sohm races off to second base, stealing her 10th bag easily. Pitch was in for a strike, and there's a 0-1 count to Carolyn Levi with Sohm, who's now tied with Ashley Parnell for the lead in the league for stolen bases, on second, the 0-1. Levi checks her swing at a pitch up, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Carolyn Levi. Haley White didn't pitch in last year's meetings between Carson-Newman and Limestone. The 1-1. Levi cues it up foul at the third base line, 1-2. Saints and Eagles actually did get their twin bill in last year before the season was canceled. And the Eagles took 2 here at Mossy Creek. The 1-2. Levi watches it sail by high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Levi, part of a potent Carson-Newman offense that's hitting .375 as a team. Levi sitting at .344 for the year with 10 batted in. The 2-2. Levi bounces it foul up the third base line. Do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sohm led off the inning with an infield single to third and stole second. Carson-Newman trying to score in the opening frame. White. Here's the 2-2. Change up. Levi checked her swing. Appeal into the field says absolutely not. She didn't go around. Madison Vinicombe trying to convince the umpires, Ed Clark and Arnez Cantrell, that Levi did offer at it. Instead, count loaded up. Here's the payoff pitch. It's upstairs. Levi takes a whack at it and fouls it toward Davis Street. And that'll land harmlessly on the hillside. Three balls and 2 strikes to Carolyn Levi. White, one more payoff pitch. Downstairs, Levi strokes it back up the box. That's a base hit. Grabbed by Womack in center field. She bobbles it, but doesn't matter. Sohm was going to score anyway. She races home. Levi drives in her 11th run of the season, and Carson-Newman has a 1-0 lead with nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. So Carson-Newman strikes early with back-to-back knocks, and it sends Shannon Smith to the plate. First pitch to Smith, taken low for a ball. 1-0. Smith, torrid pace with 12 driven in last week for Carson-Newman. Team best 17 RBI for the year, the 1-0. Drops low from White, 2-0. Carson-Newman off and rolling. Leadoff single for Leah Sohm. RBI knock for Carolyn Levi after a stolen base. White sights the sign, delivers the 2-0. Low. Not giving Shannon Smith anything to hit. And who can blame her? 3-0. Smith. (17 RBI). That's 11th in the country. Here's the 3-0. And Smith tomahawks a high pitch to shallow left field. A long run for the left fielder for Parnell, who races under it to put away Smith on a Titanic pop-up. Wasn't Smith's pitch to hit. And if she had kept the bat on her shoulder, she's on first base. And the Eagles have 2 aboard for Katie Eakes. Eakes has matched Smith with 17 driven in this year. First pitch to the North Alabama transfer is a changeup low for a ball, 1-0. 1-0, Carson-Newman in the lead. Bottom of the first inning thanks to Carolyn Levi's RBI single back up the middle. Levi stands on first base. Here's the 1-0. Eakes split swing, slow roller back to the circle. Throw to second is in time to the shortstop Brewington covering, who ends up straddling Levi and can't turn it over to first to try to get Eakes for the double play. Levi put away 1-6 at the second base bag. And there's 2 away for Macy Hughes. White wheels and deals. First pitch to Hughes is on the inner half at the belt for a strike, 0-1. White set for the 1-0, or the 0-1, and here it comes. Hughes checks her swing, clips it foul back to the backstop, 0-2. White, the 0-2. And that hits Hughes. Square on her left elbow. Free base for Macy Hughes. And there's 2 away for the ever-dangerous Lacey Rhinus. And out comes Madison Vinicombe, as well as the shortstop Vic Brewington, to have a word with Haley White. Well, Lacey Rhinus only hit .667 last week with 8 runs scored and a 4-hit day against Queens. Rhinus riding a 5-game hitting streak and a 9-game reach base streak. Comes up with 2 out and 2 on, looking to extend a 1-0 lead. White's first pitch, taken by the lefty low and away for a ball, 1-0. Rhinus having a good week, but it pales in comparison to the week her parents are having. Don and Kim Rhinus, winners of America's Funniest Home Videos this past week. The 1-0. Outside for a ball, 2-0. And White, with Rhinus hitting .500 for the year, wouldn't be shocked to issue Rhinus a free pass to try to get Caldwell or Quillen behind her. The 2-0. Change up, and it hits Rhinus. So back-to-back hit batters with 2 outs. Load the bases, and a massive spot for Haley Caldwell. Lacey Rhinus has to take the slow changeup off of her elbow. Back-to-back hit batters with 2 outs, load the bases for Caldwell. Hitting just a .188 this season. Mired in a little bit of a slump to start the year, but has showed signs of life with her bat against Coker when she went yard. She's been productive, driven in some runs. Bases loaded for Haley Caldwell as White pitches. In there for a strike at the knees in her half, 0-1. Caldwell's first at bat with the bases loaded. She's just 1 for 10 this year with 2 outs. Big spot for Haley Caldwell. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Eagles up 1-0, bottom of the first. The 0-1. High pitch. Caldwell tips it foul to the backstop. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Caldwell hits it in the air to right field into the alleyway, but the right fielder, Butler, is over there, and she settles under it to put away Caldwell. So the Eagles leave them loaded. 1 run off of 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on. Bain, Chappelle, Vinicombe to the plate for the Saints after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges like lightning. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess voltage either back into the system or to the ground. AEC also offers power strips for use inside your home to protect electronics and other items. The cost of this protective service from AEC is $9.95 per month. Ordering today affords you no connection fee. AEC. We're power with purpose.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
One nothing. Eagles lead it after an inning of play here at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you alongside for this one. Our crew, social media manager today is Brian White, our camera operator, Maddie Radebacher. Director is Richard Martin, and our replay operator, Danielle Whaley. Just delighted that you've chosen to spend part of your Wednesday with us here on the Eagles Sports Network. As the first baseman, Desiree Bain, lead things off for the Saints. First pitch to Bain. On the outside edge for a strike, it's 0-1. Bain out of Monroe, North Carolina. Limestone poaches her from Wingate's backyard. She's down in a 0-1 count. Eagles up 1-0 in the top of the second. Here's the 0-1. Misses just outside from Reines, 1-1. Reines really darting around the zone. The pitch on the outside edge for a strike, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Reines, the pitch. Called strike 3. Reines fools Bain, looking with a changeup for her 599th career strikeout. And there's one away in the top of the second. Brings Chappelle to the plate. Chappelle batting .298 for the season as Reines deals. Swing and a miss late at the first pitch. And Reines sensing the way she's dealing that she's nearing that 600 strikeout threshold. The 0-1. Swing and a bouncer to the left side of the circle. Long run for Solm at short. Throw to first is in time to Chappelle, to retire Chappelle. And there's 2 away.
No batting.
So 2 up, 2 down for Limestone for a second straight frame. And it sends the catcher, Madison Vinicombe, to the plate. Vinicombe Stands in and takes a first pitch strike above the knees, splitting the dish for a 0-1 count. Vinicombe hitting .357 for the year. She's one of 6 Saints in the order, hitting north of 300 this year. The 0-1. Low for a ball, 1-1. Saints, a team that hits .275 as a unit. Fairly respectable in that regard, the 1-1. Grooves in for a strike. Belt high, inner half, 1-2. Reines a strike away from her 600th career punch-out. Rolls the ball against her left hip and twirls the 1-2 to the plate. Swing and a foul tip into Levi's mitt. And Lacey Reines collects career strikeout, 600. 4th player in Carson-Newman softball history to get to the milestone, and she receives a round of high fives and the ball from her teammates exiting the field. 3 up, 3 down for Reines. 1-0. She preserves the lead as the Eagles head to the bottom of the second on the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
1-0 Eagles lead it after 1 as Lacey Reines puts the Saints away in order with 2 strikeouts in the top of the second, including career K 600. What an effort for Lacey Reines in her career, putting herself amongst the likes of Hall of Famers Heather Randolph and Marcy Mitchell. As Keely Quillen stands in and takes high from White, 1-0. Quillen has been a really interesting case for Carson-Newman this year at the plate, with just a preternatural knack for finding ways on board. The 1-0. Taken for a strike at the belt, 1-1. You see the 167 batting average and say, oh, Quillen having an off year, but then you look at the on-base percentage. She gets on 50% of the time. Just a very patient hitter. She's gotten plunked 7 times, the 1-1. Downstairs for ball 2. And she's walked on 6 occasions. So Quillen, a very cerebral hitter who just finds ways to get on base. 8-hole hitter stands in to lead off the bottom of the second. And has to duck out of the way of a pitch up and in for ball 3. And that's the thing. It's not like Quillen is crowding the plate. She is back of the dish. She's a foot off the plate and giving some space, and yet she has worn pitch after pitch. The 3-1, upstairs and away, and Quillen walks for the 7th time this year.
No batter. Number 18.
So Keely Quillen, 3rd most walks on the team with 7. And the Eagles with the leadoff batter aboard for a 2nd straight inning. And Sienna Cameron to the plate. Cameron, .391 hitter on the year. She's really brought her bat to life as she squares to bunt. Glides in for a strike anyway from White, 0-1. No balls. And 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. That's up and away to Cameron, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning, Eagles up 1-0 on a Carolyn Levi screamer back up the middle in the first. White, the 1-1. Cameron shows bump, pulls it back as the pitch sails high, 2-1. Haley White, 38 pitches, 19 for strikes. Wears blue trousers with a yellow stripe up the side and knee-high white socks, the 2-1. Lefty Cameron takes down and in, 3-1. And then a candy cane top for the Saints. Fleur-de-lis logo on the left portion of the shirt with Saints written in white and a blue outline across the chest. The 3-1. And Cameron takes a very delayed called strike 2 on the inner half to load the count at 3-2. Saints jersey tops go light blue, dark blue, yellow, light blue, dark blue, yellow up to the shoulders with white numerals trimmed in blue. Very nice look for the Saints. The 3-2. Cameron laces it foul up the third base line. The count holds at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Cameron will wait on the 7th pitch of this at-bat with Keely Quillen on first after a leadoff walk. Carson-Newman, meanwhile, out in the home grays. Gray tops and gray trousers for the Eagles. Eagles 1-1 in this combo this season, the 3-2. Cameron takes a called third strike on the inner half, and White battles back to tally her 57th strikeout of the season. Turns the lineup back to the top of the order for Leah Sohm. Sohm has raised her batting average up to .545 for the year with her infield single to third her first time up. First pitch, bunted, back to the circle. White fields, throws to first. It's in and out of the mitt of the first baseman, Bain. The ball rolls all the way into right field, and Sohm aboard on the sacrifice. And the error by Bain at first allows both runners to advance into scoring position. Quillen over to third. And there's one away for Carolyn Levi with 2 in scoring position. White rocks and fires the first pitch. Down and into Levi, 1-0. Should be 2 away and a runner on second. Instead, 1 out and 2 in scoring position for Levi, who has the only RBI of the day. A 1-0 lead for the Eagles with 1 out in the bottom of the second. White, the 1-0. Levi watches a pitch just miss outside of the belt, 2-0. Levi smoked a single back up the middle, her first time through. 1 out and 2 in scoring position for Levi, who's hitting .450 in this situation. The 2-0. Levi wallops one foul up the left field line, turning onto the hillside adjacent Davis Street. And it's 2-1. Now that pitch was high and going to be ball 3, but Levi liked it a lot. Just a tad early. 2-1. White checks her left wrist for the pitch call and brings the 2-1 to the plate. Levi checks her swing. Nope, it's in for a strike. Didn't matter that she checked her swing. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Quillen on third, Sohm on second. Eagles with a 1-0 lead at the bottom of the second. The 2-2. Downstairs, Levi patiently watches it low to load the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Carolyn Levi. Senior out of Murfreesboro, looking for her second run batted in of the day. The payoff pitch to the plate. And it's a called third strike on the inner half, just above the knees. Levi takes a seat looking. Second K of the inning for Haley White, and the second K looking. 2 away, inning should be over, and it brings Shannon Smith to the plate. Shannon Smith stands in. and takes low for ball one to begin this at-bat. She hit a towering pop-up to left field her first time up. 1-0 to Smith as White checks her wrist and brings the 1-0 to the plate. Smith steps out of the way of a pitch on the inner half. Goes in for a strike according to Ed Clark, and it's 1-1. Eagles threatening. Left them loaded in the bottom of the first, trying to make Limestone pay for a defensive miscue on a Sohm sacrifice bunt that allowed her to reach. 1-1, changeup. Smith checks her swing and a pitch outside. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 1-0 Eagles in the bottom of the second inning. White wheels and deals the 2-1. And Smith, takes outside, 3-1. Leadoff walk for Keely Quillen. Cameron struck out looking. Sohm drops down a sacrifice bunt, but reaches on a muff throw by the first baseman, Bain. And a pair of Quillen and Sohm races into scoring position as a result. The 3-1. Smith swings, slow roller through the left side of the infield. A seeing eye single will score 2. Quillen and Sohm both race home. It's 2 unearned runs for the Eagles. Smith drives in her 18th and 19th RBI of the season. And the Eagles have a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the second. That ball just had enough mustard to get past Chappelle at second and Vic Brewington at short and roll on into left field. Seeing eye single for a 3-0 lead for the Eagles. And Katie Eakes to the plate. First pitch to Eakes, taken on the outside edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Eakes grounded into a fielder's choice back to the circle her first time up. Hitting .452 for the year, the 0-1. Downstairs, 1-1 to Katie Eakes. Well, Haley White has had to use a lot of pitches to get to this position. Sophomore starter who has gone a complete game 6 out of her 8 starts at 56 pitches and 29 strikes and not out of the second yet. The 1-1. On the outside edge for a strike, 1-2. She's plunked a couple batters, walked 1, has struck out 2 this inning, both looking, in Cameron and Levi. A little seeing eye single from Shannon Smith through the left side for the 2-run. The 1-2 high to Eakes, 2-2. Carson-Newman's offense continuing to do well with situational hitting. Eagles 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position today. Here's the 2-2 to Eakes. She swings, bounces it through the right side of the infield. That's a knock for Katie Eakes. So a quality little 2-out hit through the right side for Eakes. Still 2 outs, still a 3-0 lead as Shannon Smith goes station to station. And Macy Hughes comes up after getting plunked in her last at-bat. Some high-quality, patient hitting for the Eagles in this one today. As Hughes comes up with Smith in scoring position and Eakes on first, a 3-0 lead for the Eagles in the bottom of the second. White wheels and deals. And Hughes takes on the inner half at the thighs for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 3 runs off of 4 hits for the Eagles. And the 2 runs across here in the bottom of the second unearned. Thanks to the muff throw at first by Desiree Bain on a sacrifice bunt. The 0-1. Hughes steps out of the way of a pitch inside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 1 in the first, 2 in the second for Carson-Newman over Limestone. Eagles searching for their 6th straight win after losing the sack opener to Mars Hill. Here's the 1-1. Hughes swings and misses, a tad tardy, and it's 1-2. Carson-Newman's offense has been stroking it here of late, and really has been since 2 tight wins over Lee's McRae back on February 20th. Eagles have put up at least 5 runs in every game since then. The 1-2. Downstairs, 2-2. Back-to-back 30-plus pitch innings for Haley White. She's at 63 pitches and 33 strikes in her 9th start of the year. Opponent's hitting just 238 off of her. The 2-2. Defensive check swing. Hughes fouls it off. She was way late, but stays alive by making contact. And granted, White should have exited this inning with a 1-0 deficit. But her defense let her down with an error at first, and Shannon Smith came through with a timely 2-out seeing-eye single through the left side. The 2-2. Hughes swings, bounces it to third. Chappelle fields it off the first hop at the waist and steps back to the third base bag to put away Smith unassisted. So a fielder's choice ends it. But the Eagles unable to make Limestone pay for the error. 2 runs off of 2 hits, the 2 runs unearned, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Eagles after 2. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
My name is Cadet Amber Calvillo. I'm in the 278th in the Army National Guard, and I currently go to Carson-Newman. I joined the Tennessee Army National Guard for the experience mainly, so I can say that I'm a part of something totally bigger than myself.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
No batter, number 1, Aaron Butler.
Butler will lead off the top of the third for the Saints, who trail 3-0. And the first pitch to Butler is fouled off for an 0-1 count. Butler, the right fielder, hitting .250 for the year as she takes a pitch in the dirt for ball 1-1. Butler hitting .286 as a leadoff hitter, as the righty stands in to work against the left-hand hurling Lacey Reines. Here's the 1-1. Swing a bouncer to the left side of the circle. Sohm fields the chopper at short. High throw to first, plucked out of the air by Katie Eakes. And Leah Sohm retires Butler, her 4th 6-3 putout of the day. And it brings the order to the 9-hole batting Carly Womack. Womack, .219 average on the year. Bases empty for her with 1 out. And she takes in tight for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Darts low, and Womack in the driver's seat at 2-0. Downstairs to Womack, 3-0. Reines in danger of issuing her second free pass of the contest. Reines just allows about 1 batter to reach per inning. Whip is 1.17 on the year, the 3-0. On the inner half for a strike at the belt, 3-1. The right-hander Womack. Lineup turns back to the top of the order for Parnell after Womack's AB. Here's the pitch. Flipped foul toward the first base side. 3-2. Reines has battled back to load the count. 3-0 Eagles. Top of the third, one out, nobody aboard for the Saints. Carson-Newman leads the all-time series with the Saints, 30-5. Here's the 3-2. Popped into the air, first base side, foul ground. Eakes trotting over, but she can't get to it before it lands just wide of the Carson-Newman dugout. Do it again at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-0 lead for the Eagles in the top of the third. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lacey Reines locks in her 4th strikeout of the afternoon, and there's 2 away as the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Ashley Parnell. Parnell 0 for 1 to start today with a ground out to short. 20 hits on the year for the lefty as she stands in, bunts, foul, back over Carolyn Levi, and landing for strike 1. Good idea. Carson-Newman's corner infielders were playing back, but the element of surprise no longer a thing for Ashley Parnell. 3-0 Eagles, top of the third, 2 out, bases empty, and Reines unfurls the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 40 pitches for Lacey Reines into her 3rd inning of work. 25 have found the zone. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 3-0 Eagles, top of the third. Bases empty for the Saints. The 0-2 in the dirt. Parnell came around. Ball bounces away from Levi. Throw to first is in time to complete the strikeout. Carolyn Levi, nice recovery to avoid the wild pitch and put away Parnell. Lacey Reines has retired 7 consecutive. Saints hitless after the top of the third. Reines, Caldwell, Quillen to the plate. Eagles come to the bat rack after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
At the Kate Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Kate Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Kate Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Kate Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today, or visit kateinsuranceagency.com.
3-0, Carson-Newman the lead as we come to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Lacey Reines to lead things off for Carson-Newman. Reines wore a changeup her first time up. Yet to register an official AB yet against Haley White. As White winds and delivers. And Reines hammers one deep into the atmosphere, straightaway center field. That'll bounce once and carry him off the wall. Womack picks it up on the bounce and rifles it into Brewington at short, but not before Reines stands up on second base with a leadoff double. Eagles get the leadoff batter aboard for a 3rd straight inning and give Haley Caldwell somebody to work with in scoring position. 3-0 Eagles, bottom of the 3rd, and White pitches. Caldwell takes on the outside edge at the handles, 0-1. Carson-Newman with its first extra base hit of the day off of Haley White. Here's the 0-1. Caldwell floats it down the left field line into foul ground. Long run for Parnell, who gets there in time but can't squeeze it. And it lands for strike 2. It's a long run for Parnell. She was trying to make the catch on a dead sprint and couldn't do so. So it doesn't go down officially as an error, but certainly a play that Parnell could have made. And we'll see if Haley Caldwell can take advantage of the situation. The 0-2. Caldwell swings, straightens this one up, floats it into the right center field alleyway. Womack settles under it. Tagging and moving to third is Reines, who slides in ahead of the tag from Chappelle. So a productive out at the very least for Haley Caldwell. Moving Reines over to third base for Keely Quillen.
No better. Number 32, Keely Quillen.
Quillen tallied her 7th walk of the season to start today. Comes up with an RBI opportunity with Reines on third. White pitches, and Quillen takes for a strike on the inner half of the belt, 0-1. 70 pitches for Haley White. 40 in the zone. White, righty, rocks and fires the 0-1, and Quillen sees it drop low for a ball, 1-1. Leadoff double for Lacey Reines, moves to third on the flyout for Haley Caldwell, and the Eagles an opportunity to add to a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Reines on third, the 1-1. Taken for a strike, belt high, inner half, 1-2. Sunny day here at the Vic. Gorgeous day with temperatures hovering between 68 to 72 degrees. Shorts weather and quite pleasant. Here's the 1-2. That's upstairs. Quillen watches it sail high, 2-2 from Haley White. Keely Quillen, in spite of her .167 average on the year, both of her hits this season have come with runners in scoring position. The 2-2. Swing and a little nubber. Back behind the circle. Diving is Brewington, who makes a great grab, skidding into the chalk of the back of the circle to retire Quillen on the little flare. Probably would have been trouble had Brewington not been able to get there. Quillen had the wheels and was bound for first base if that had landed. And there's 2 away for Sienna Cameron. Cameron a strikeout looking her first time to the plate. Lefty stands in with Reines on third. The pitch. And Cameron takes on the outer half for a strike, 0-1. Haley White has settled down after giving up the leadoff first pitch double to Lacey Reines. Eagles up 3-0 with 2 away in the bottom of the third. White winds and delivers the 0-1. Cameron swings and misses at a pitch up, 0-2. Cameron tried to hold off, but couldn't resist temptation at the high pitch. So White in the driver's seat at 0-2 against the 9-hole batting Sienna Cameron, who is hitting .375 for the year. White, the 0-2. That's upstairs. Cameron checked her swing, kept the bat on her shoulder. Vinicombe calls for the appeal, but Arnaz Cantrell, the field umpire, says no, she didn't go around, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-0 Eagles, bottom of the third. 3 runs off of 5 hits, no errors for the Eagles. The 1-2. Cameron flips it foul onto Davis Street, and that'll roll up to the Hannah Hilton Pedersen Nursing Building. Do it again, a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Cameron bounces it back to the circle. White fields it off of the first hop and routinely turns it over to Bain at first to put away Cameron, 1-3. So the Eagles unable to do anything with Lacey Reines after she led off the inning with a double. Wilbur, Brewington, and Butler, 2, 3, and 4 to the plate for the Saints, trailing 3-0 to Carson-Newman. After this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
3-0 the lead for the Eagles after 3 complete here at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield softball complex. Carson-Newman fails to score for the first time today. 1 in the first after an RBI single from Carolyn Levi back up the middle. 2 in the second for a little squibber seeing eye single for Shannon Smith in the second. It's 3-0 Eagles through 3 complete with Wilbur to lead things off for the Saints. Katie Wilbur 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to short her first time up. 310 hitter for the year. Stands in against Lacey Reines. Rocks and fires the first pitch. Swinging a line drive. Single through the right side of the infield. And for the first time today, the Saints get a knock and get the leadoff batter aboard. Nobody out for Vic Brewington. The reigning sack player of the week, who hit 600 last week for the Saints. The lefty stands in with Wilbur, who's 2 for 2 on the base pass. Corners creep down the lines as Reines pitches, and it's hit foul toward Davis Street on the third base side. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Limestone in the top of the 4th with a leadoff base runner for the first time today. They have been at a premium for the Saints. A 2-out walk to Vic Brewington, the only base runner aside from Wilbur that the Saints have had. The 0-1. Check swing and a pitch low. Did she come around? Yes, Arnez Cantrell, the field umpire, says Brewington did offer. And sacrifice no longer an option for Vic Brewington. She wants to move Wilbur over, with the Saints trailing 3-0 in the top of the 4th. The 0-2. Change up in the dirt, 1-2. Reines. And the no-hitter working through 3. Quite similar to when she pitched last year against the Saints. Reines, the 1-2. Taken low and away for a ball, 2-2. Reines, a 1-hit shutout in an 8-0 run rule win over Limestone in Game 1 on February 22nd last year. Only struck out 2 and faced 21 batters in a dandy. The 2-2 drops low, 3-2. And after working into an 0-2 hole, Brewington has battled back to load the count. Wilbur on first for the Saints, trailing 3-0 in the top of the 4th. Line is set for the payoff pitch to the sack player of the week, Brewington. And she deals. Chopped foul, first base side. Count holds at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Do it again. No runs off of a hit, an error for the Saints, 1 left on base. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 6 left for Carson-Newman. Eagles have been pretty good with runners in scoring position until the last inning when Lacey Reines led off the frame with a double, and then Carson-Newman failed to score her. 2 for 8 for the game. The 3-2. Brewington strikes out swinging. And now Wilbur caught in a pickle, leaning off of first. She's able to slide back in around Eek's tag. And Carson-Newman pleading that Wilbur should be picked off 2-6-3. That's not the case. Brewington strikes out swinging, so there's 1 away. And Wilbur, who nearly got caught leaning, back aboard first base. Brings Butler to the plate. designated player for the Saints. Struck out swinging her first time up. Comes up 1 out and 1 on, down 3-0 top of the fourth. The pitch. Misses outside for a ball, 1-0. 50 pitches for Lacey Reines, 31 for strikes. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left for the Saints. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 6 left for the Eagles. 1-0. Taken low and away for a ball, 2-0. And Butler in the driver's seat at 2-0. Getting .333 this season in situations with runners on base. Reines sights the sign from Smith and deals the 2-0. Taken low. Butler in front at 3-0, and this will prompt a little visit from Carolyn Levi from behind the plate. Three balls, no strikes, 1 out. The pitch. At the knees, splitting the dish, and Reines finds the zone for a strike, 3-1 to Butler. 1 out and 1 on. The pitch. Tap foul toward the Saints on deck circle, and that loads the count on Butler. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a bouncer up the third base line. Smith blocks it, throws to first in time to get Butler at first. Wilbur over to second. And there's 2 away, a productive ground out for Butler. And a runner in scoring position for the first time today for the Saints for Desiree Bain. Bain 0 for 1 on the day. Righty stands in as Reines pitches. Swinging a bouncer back up the box. That's a base hit. Wilver gets the wave around third as Cameron fields in center. Cut off by Eakes in the circle. Wilbur stopped midway up the third base line. If Eakes doesn't cut it off, Wilbur's probably out at the plate because she held. But instead, Eakes wisely cut it off, wanted to keep Bain at first. And as a result of that, and a near base running blunder by Wilbur, the first run of the day is in for the Saints. 3-1. Eagles lead in the top of the fourth, 2 out, and Bain on first for Chappelle now. First pitch to Chappelle, flipped foul to the right, 0-1. Chappelle grounded out to short her first time up. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 3-1 Eagles leading in the top of the fourth. Reines, the 0-1. That's popped into the air left side of the infield. Smith strolls over under it at third and grips it in her glove to put away Chappelle. But the Saints strike for 2 hits and a run in the frame. They're within 2 runs. 3-1 Eagles through 3.5. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military.
Fire!
I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard, or thinking about it, that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your spectrum.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
Now batter, number 3, Leah Stone.
3-1, Carson-Newman leads it as we come to the home half of the fourth inning. And Leah Sohm to the bat rack for Carson-Newman. She's reached twice today and scored 2 runs, once with a single and once with an error for her reaches. The first pitch that White throws to her is swung on, hit towards short, shaded perfectly Brewington. And the shortstop turns it over to first to retire Sohm off of 1 pitch.
Number 9.
So the first time that Leah Sohm has failed to reach base today. And there's one away for Carolyn Levi. 3-1, Eagles up. Bottom of the fourth inning. And Carolyn Levi to the plate. Levi an RBI single and a strikeout looking today. White calls for time in the circle as her coach was to the back of the dugout getting the pitch chart. And now White set for the first dealing to Levi. It's low for a ball, 1-0. Well, it took White 30 pitches to get out of the first and second innings, but she settled down in the third after giving up a leadoff double to Lacey Reines and only needed 17 to get through that frame. The 1-0, Levi smokes it foul off the fencing in front of our camera in the third base box, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Base is empty for the Eagles in the bottom of the fourth with a 3-1 lead in hand on the Saints. Carolyn Levi, RBI single back up the middle, drove in 1 in the first. Shannon Smith knocked a seeing-eye single through the left side of the infield for 2 in the second. Here's the 1-1. Levi takes low for ball 2. Tough pitch to lay off, but just outside of the zone according to Ed Clark behind the plate. Sunny skies here at the Vic. Perfect day to play 2. Here's the 2-1. Levi swings. It's in and out of the glove of the shortstop Brewington, and Levi aboard on the E6. It was a laser beam hit right at Brewington. She just dropped it. Second error of the day for the Saints. And it brings Shannon Smith to the plate. And the Eagles make the Saints pay for the defensive miscue. Smith did earlier with a 2-run single for 2 unearned runs. Swings at the first pitch she gets, lifts it in the air to right. Butler has it in her sights. She races under it and makes the routine grab to put away Smith. Inning should be over. But Katie Eakes will bat thanks to Levi reaching on the air. Eakes is 1 for 2 today. .469 average on the season as White pitches. And Eakes swings, hits a screamer back up the middle. That ball will roll all the way to the wall. Stop sign held up at third as Eakes strolls into second. She's got a 2-out double. And there's 2 in scoring position after a screecher into center field that Womack handled well off the wall.
Number 12, Macy.
So 2 out and 2 on for Macy Hughes, and the Eagles looking to extend a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the fourth. Hughes is 0 for 1 today, fielder's choice and a hit batter. First pitch to her is taken for a strikeout or half at the letters, 0-1. Carson-Newman. A more pedestrian 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position today. Eagles have been just absurd in situational hitting so far this year. The pitch in tight. Hughes turns away from it. And it's 1-1. Carson-Newman hitting .340 as a team with runners in scoring position this season. Hughes stands in, waits the 1-1. Swing and a line drive back up the middle. That's a base hit. Ball rolls into center field. Station to station go Eakes and Levi. Levi scores standing. It's a 2-out RBI single for Macy Hughes into center field. And Carson-Newman extends its lead back to 3 runs, 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Carson-Newman gets the run back.
Number 1, Lacey Reines.
And Reines will try to keep the 2-out rally rolling with runners on the corners in Eakes and Hughes. 4-1 Eagles, bottom of the 4th. White winds and delivers the first pitch to Reines. On the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Should be a 1-1 ball game. 3 unearned runs for Carson-Newman today, with errors extending innings for the Saints. 2 unearned in the second, the one across here in the bottom of the 4th, an unearned run. The 0-1. Reines swings, bounces it through the left side of the infield. That ball had eyes, and it's a base hit. Eakes scores standing. Hughes races over to second base. Reines with an RBI 2-out single through the left side. And it's a 5-1 Carson-Newman advantage in the bottom of the 4th. 4th unearned run of the day across. And it sends Caldwell to the plate. Caldwell's 0 for 2 today. First pitch to her is popped foul back to the backstop and out of play. And that sends some fans scrambling out of some lawn chairs. 0-1. Gentleman in a seat with a canopy over it. He was quick to move, and if he hadn't, that ball's coming crashing down on his head through the canopy. Well played. Didn't see it. Made a good play to just get out of the way. Don't have to be a hero and make every play on the ball. 0-1. White pitches to Caldwell. And Caldwell tomahawks it foul toward the nursing building. That's on top of the roof. I don't think I've seen one on the fly go onto the roof of the nursing building in 9 years of doing games here. Interesting trajectory off the bat there from Haley Caldwell. White set for the 0-2. Here it comes. Caldwell cranks one foul. That's to the parking lot of the nursing building. Do it again at 0-2. Back-to-back 2-out RBI singles for Carson-Newman here in the bottom of the 4th has extended the lead to 5-1 in favor of the Eagles over the Saints. White, the 0-2. Changeup. Caldwell loops it back to the circle and into the glove of the pitcher, White, and that retires Caldwell on the line drive. But the Eagles strike for 2. Back-to-back 2-out RBI singles for Macy Hughes and Lacey Reines. It's a 5-1 lead for Carson-Newman with 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Saints in the top of the 5th inning on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
Okay, let's see. Carson-Newman University. It's been around since 1851. A beautiful campus, amazing student life, world-class accredited academics, competitive athletic programs, a Christian perspective, a top 10 best value school. They give $48 million in financial aid every year, and I get a free scholarship when I enroll. Looks like I've found the perfect place.
Five-1 Carson-Newman as we come to the road half of the 5th inning. with Vinicombe, Butler, and Womack scheduled to appear for the Saints. First pitch from Rhinus is in the dirt. 1-0 to Vinicombe. That's upstairs. 2-0 to Vinicombe. Vinicombe, a strikeout victim, swinging to end the second, her first time up. Comes up with her team down 5-1 in the top of the fifth inning. Carson-Newman looking for a sixth straight win. The pitch on the outside edge for a strike, 2-1. Meanwhile, the Saints have been hot. Winners of 4 in a row and 5 of their last 6. And included in that 5 of the last 6, a win over a nationally ranked Lenore Rhine club. 2-1. Fouled off to the right, 2-2. Good defensive swing by Vinicombe to clip it foul. She was tardy. Rhinus delivers the 2-2. Called strike 3 on the inner black, and Vinicombe takes a seat looking. 1 away. And Butler to the bat rack. Aaron Butler 0 for 1 on the day as Rhinus delivers a swing and a bouncer to second. Caldwell flips it over to Eakes at first after fielding at the shoe tops, and that puts away Butler 4-3. After giving out the 2-out RBI single to Desiree Bain, Rhinus is settled in. Pop up to third, strikeout looking. Soft ground ball to second. And it brings up the center fielder, Womack. First pitch to Womack, swing and a miss at a rise ball. It's 0-1. Womack 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging. Back of the third. Rhinus rocks and fires the 0-1. Low and away for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1 bunted and tipped foul into Levi's mitt. 1-2. The 1-2 in the dirt. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The 2-2 changeup. Bounce to the left side of the circle. Sohm charges from short, picks it up, and cranks it over to first to Eakes to retire Womack. Rhinus, though, faces the minimum for the 3rd time today. Quillen, Cameron, and Sohm will try to restart Carson-Newman's offense with a 5-1 lead as we come to the bottom of the 5th inning. Eagles in the driver's seat for a 6th straight win. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose.
It's Quillen, Cameron, and Sohm scheduled to appear for Carson-Newman in the home half of the fifth inning with a 5-1 lead in hand on Limestone. And Keely Quillen will be the first Eagle to go to work against Haley White, who winds and delivers the first pitch. Low for a ball. Quillen officially 0 for 1 today with a walk and a pop up to the circle. But again, Quillen just has a knack for getting on board. You look at the 154 average, but she's on base 56% of the time. Crazy. The 1-0. Quillen swings and misses. Nice cut of the pitch on the outer half. 1-1. Quillen. Right-hander stands in to work against the right-hander, Haley White, who deals. Quillen checks her swing and a pitch low and away, 2-1. Think about Keely Quillen. 12 at-bats on the year, but she has been at the plate double that, with 7 walks and 6 times she's been plunked, the 2-1. Quillen ducks out of the way of a pitch inside, 3-1. You need a base runner. You turn to Keely Quillen. Gate City, Virginia native, just finds a way to frequently get on base. White set for the 3-1. Low and away. There it is again. Keely Quillen walks for a second time today, an 8th time this season, and that OBP just keeps rising. So Quillen aboard. Eagles get a leadoff base runner for a 4th time today, as Carson-Newman will bring in Valerie C., the flex player, to run for Quillen, the DP. So C to run for Quillen. And Sienna Cameron to the plate. She's 0 for 2. Strikeout looking and a ground out back to the circle for Cameron, whose average sits at 360 for the year. Cameron, left-hander, stays even with the dish as White pitches. Cameron squares bunt as it goes low for ball 1. 101st pitch of the afternoon for Haley White. 60 strikes. One and 0. And White pitches. Cameron bunts, foul, third base side. 1-1. Just a little bit of a side spin on it. Ball landed in fair territory, about an 1/8 of the way up the line, and squibbed foul to the left. 1 ball and 1 strike, with C on first. The pitch. And Cameron takes a delayed called strike on the outer half, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Val C on first base, running as the flex player in place of Keely Quillen, who walked to lead off the inning. White checks her wrist for the call, and here's the 1-2. Cameron laces it foul up the left field line. That would have been trouble, and probably could have scored C from 3 bases away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5-1 Eagles, bottom of the 5th. Nobody out. And C on first. Haley White, 4 innings of work, has given up 8 hits and 5 runs. Just 1 earned, though. 2 errors have proved mighty costly for the Saints. The pitch. Cameron swings. It bounces off the mitt of the first baseman, Bain, who was going for a backhand stab. And Cameron aboard on the 3rd error of the day for the Saints. So runners on first and second, nobody out, and the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Leah Sohm. Sohm 1 for 2 on the day. And hitting .529 for the year. Lefty stands in as White pitches. And Sohm takes low and away for a ball, 1-0. One and nothing. And White deals. Sohm shows bump, pulls it back. It grooves in for a strike anyway, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Eagles with 2 aboard without a hit. A walk for Quillen. C runs for her, and then Cameron reaches on the air at first. White. The 1-1. Sohm slashes it to short. Brewington fields and wins the race to the third base bag to put away C. Sohm aboard on the fielder's choice. Cameron over to second. And C retired 6 unassisted at third. So there's 1 away for Carolyn Levi. Levi steps in, 1 for 3 on the day, and takes on the inner half at the belt for strike 1 to begin her 4th at-bat. Levi an RBI. Score the first run of the day back in the first inning. Comes up with Cameron on second, Sohm on first, with a 5-1 lead and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1. That's upstairs to Levi, 1-1. Struck out looking in the second and reached on an error at short and scored a run in the 4th. Eagles looking for their 5th hit of the day with runners in scoring position. White the 1-1. And Levi rips it foul, third base side. Michael Graves in the third base box has to step out of the way of it. The count moves to a ball and 2 strikes on Levi. Looking for her 12th RBI of the season. One of 5 Eagles in the lineup today with double-digit runs batted in. White checks her wrist and brings the 1-2 to the plate. And Levi defensively knocks it foul. Backing out of play. Count holds at 1-2. 5-1 Eagles. Bottom of the 5th inning. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the 4th for Carson-Newman. White looks to the dugout on the third base side for the pitch call and brings the 1-2 to the plate. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Should be 2 outs, but Cameron reached on an error. She's on second with Sohm on first. 1 out and 2 on for the Eagles to work with in the bottom of the 5th, looking to add to a 5-1 lead. Here's the 2-2. And Levi rips it foul into the Limestone dugout. That kicked off, I think it was Madison Vinicombe, the catcher's left leg, and thankfully she had her leg protectors on, sitting on a bucket in the entryway to the Limestone dugout. Appears to be no worse for wear. Do it again at 2-2 to Levi. White shakes off the first sign she gets from the dugout. Checks her wrist for the second. Likes it and brings the 2-2 to the plate. Levi swings, bounces it to the left side of the circle. A long reach for White. She can only knock it down, and Levi aboard on an infield single. No play for Haley White. Bases loaded and 1 out for Shannon Smith. And Smith, if she goes yard, it's game over. Eagles would walk it off via the run rule in Grand Slam fashion. Smith 1 for 3 on the day. Drove in 2 in the second with a single. She's popped up to left and flied out to right. 5-1 Eagles, bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch. Smith swings, bounces it back up the middle. That's a base hit. Sohm gets the wave around third. She joins Cameron in scoring. It's a 4 RBI day for Shannon Smith on a single back up the middle. Levi has to hold at second. And the Eagles extend their lead to 7-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning for Katie Eakes. Carson-Newman will bring in a pinch runner for Carolyn Levi. That's Carissa Schnitz to run for Levi. So the Eagles have the game-ending run on base with 1 out. Smith with a 4 RBI day as Eakes stands in. First pitch to the lefty is low for a ball, 1-0. Eakes, a multi-hit effort, 2 for 3 today with a single and a double. As Carson-Newman has pounded out double-digit hits for a 7th time in 9 games. 7 runs off of 10 hits for the Eagles. White, the 1-0. Change up. Eakes smokes it down the right field line. That's a base hit. Schnitz getting the wave around third. She will score standing. Smith has to hold at the third base bag. It's the 3rd hit of the day for Katie Eakes in RBI fashion. And Carson-Newman is ahead 8-1 with a 3-run bottom of the 5th and 60 feet away from ending it via the run rule with Macy Hughes at the plate. Madison Mathis will come in to run for Katie Eakes. But with Shannon Smith on third, she's the run that matters right now for Carson-Newman to try to end it early. Hughes is 1 for 2 today with an RBI single as White checks her wrist and delivers. And Hughes takes a strike at the belt, 0-1. 8-1 Eagles over Limestone. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth, 3 across here in the bottom of the 3rd. Or bottom of the 5th, pardon me. 2 RBI single for Shannon Smith, RBI single for Katie Eakes to put the Eagles within reach of the run rule. White, the 0-1. Hughes lifts it in the air along the right field line. A nice basket catch for the second baseman, Wilbur. She can only turn and throw to home, and not in time. A little flare for Macy Hughes, and the Eagles win it in walk-off fashion via the run rule. 9-1, the final from the Vicky Kazee Hollifield softball complex. An odd sacrifice fly from Macy Hughes gets the job done. And the Eagles snap Limestone's 4-game winning streak while extending their win streak out to a 6th straight game. Game 2 heads your way in approximately 30 minutes. This is the Eagle Sports Network.